TSC Rapid Fire. What's going on, sports world? It's Big Q representing the Sports Coma. Got some breaking news for y'all. Guess what? Toronto Raptors have made a serious trade, man. Hey, this has been going on. It's been in the works for a while. We even got some inklings about it when DeMar DeRozen wiped his Instagram account, kicked all of his Toronto crap off, and we knew something was up. Yeah, teammates came out and said, hey, man, ain't nothing up. He just do that all the time. Well, guess what? A couple days later, after that clown said that, the man gets traded. He knew he was going to get traded. We knew he was going to get traded. I knew he was going to get traded. But did you know he was going to go to the San Antonio Spurs? Nope. But guess what? That's what happened today. The Toronto Raptors, they get Kawhi Leonard. They get Danny Green. The Spurs, they get DeMar DeRozen, Jakob Poeltl, and a protected 29-19 first-round pick, protected through 1 through 20 for 2019. So the Spurs were haggling with the Lakers. They were haggling back and forth, all these teams. But ultimately, they feel like they got the best value for Kawhi Leonard. Now, let's break this deal down before we get into the meat and potatoes, and I tell you what I think about this move. Obviously, here are some of the implications. This is provided by Bobby Marks from ESPN. This is what he's saying about the implications financially for the Toronto Raptors. In the acquisition of Leonard and Green, the Raptors now have a payroll and an excess of a whole $139 million, and a tax bill is almost $30 million. That's a lot of money. Now, Danny Green is in the last year of his contract. He carry a cap hit of about $10 million. Now, Leonard will have a cap hit of $23 million, including a trade bonus, and has a $21.3 million player option for 2019 and 20. If Leonard elects to leave, which we all know he will, Toronto will then have an estimated $101.6 in guaranteed salary, and will be over the salary cap based on the options of other players like Siakam, Richardson, Anobi, and all these other guys. So you got a few things going on as it goes down to the Raptors. Now, as far as the San Antonio Spurs are concerned, here are the financial ramifications of the deal. The Spurs now have a projected payroll of $121 million, that is, and 2.4 million below the luxury tax. So those guys a couple of million underneath the luxury tax. RC Buford working his jelly, doing his thing. DeRozan has a cap hit of almost $28 million for the next 3 years, with a player option in 2020 to 2020. Jakob Poeltl, who's a backup center, who can come in, maybe he can start, maybe can give you some decent minutes as a center, got good size, can run the floor. This guy ain't trash now. He ain't just a throw-in. This guy might actually contribute. He under contract for the next couple of years at a salary of just about $3 million, and then he has an option for almost $4 million. The team can exercise when the trade is finalized up until October 31st of this year. And for 2019-2020, the Spurs have $109 million in team salary that factors in the $16 million contract of Paul Gasol. The contract has a $6.7 million guaranteed money that becomes protected if he is not waived by July 10, 2019. Now, with all that juicy stuff out of the way, let's look at the big meat and potatoes, as I like to say, about what's going on with the team. The San Antonio Spurs, what happened here? Who gets the best of the deal? You know I'm going to spit my take, and then, of course, you comment yours at the bottom of the comment section. But my take is this: San Antonio did a hell of a move. This is a big move. This is a big deal because they get an excellent two guard who can shoot the ball. The guy is terrific. He's been averaging 20 points over the last 3 or 4 seasons. He's an excellent offensive weapon. He'll work perfect with Greg Popovich. Greg Popovich will also teach DeMar DeRozen how to play defense. That's one part of his game that's lacking. Learn that in San Antonio within that system. He provides a valuable 20-point option score to go along with LaMarcus Aldridge. He also makes a very good backcourt mate with DeJounte Murray. Excellent move. Not to mention Jakob Poeltl. Don't underestimate Jakob Poeltl, because Jakob Poeltl at the end of the day can come in. He can start at the center. He can come off the bench. He can run the court. He can provide a very valuable big. Remember, he's a former first-round draft pick as well. So big move by the San Antonio Spurs, and they get the 2019 first-round draft pick of the Raptors, protected between 1 and 20 of 2019. So they get that pick. DeMar DeRozan's under multiple years. They got Jakob Poeltl under multiple years. Very solid move for the Spurs. Big ups, big thumbs, big happy, everything to the Spurs. Now, let's go to the trash end of the move, which is not really trash. I'm not saying it's trash as far as Kawhi Leonard is concerned. I'm saying it's trash as far as the general manager of the Toronto Raptors is concerned. Why? Because that dude said he wasn't rebuilding his team. He actually is rebuilding his team, but saying that he's not. When you fired the coach of the year, the guy that got you 59 wins, who lost to LeBron, who got swept by LeBron's Cleveland Cavaliers. By the way, LeBron is not in Cleveland no more. LeBron is in LA now. He's not in the East Conference. He's now in the West Conference. So you fired your coach because he lost to a player that's not there anymore. He's in another conference. That's number one. Number two, you get rid of the best player on your team to get Kawhi Leonard, which potentially be a 1-year move, and you give up a future first-round draft pick to do it, and your team is cash-strapped. I can't say enough about this dude. Now, I could give him big ups by the fact that he really rolling the dice, because Kawhi Leonard, if he's healthy, he'll play. He's a game changer for that Toronto Raptor team. But outside of that, man, I would have not pulled this move off if I was Toronto. I'm just going to be honest with you. They're banking on keeping Kawhi Leonard. Like, OKC kept Paul George, which, let me tell you something. Kawhi Leonard is not Paul George. Paul George is a fool. He should have left to LA when he had the chance. They're not going to win anything in OKC, and maybe he just was for the money. I can't be mad at him for taking the money. But OKC is not going to win any championships anytime soon, not even close. You and I both know that. And for whatever strange reason, people believe that just because they're getting rid of Carmelo Anthony, that the team is going to be better. That's stupid. But outside of that, the big moves is big thumbs up to the Spurs because they keep the winning going, might even get a little better here. Thumbs down to the Toronto Raptors, even though I give respect to the general manager because he did a pretty decent job of trying to get his team to go over that next level. It's going to be very interesting. But, of course, that's my take. You guys give your takes now. What do you think? Do you think it's a good move to get Kawhi Leonard? Do you think they'll do enough to make him stay? Do you think they got a good enough team to make him second guess to stay in Toronto? Do you think Drake will do enough to buy him a house and everything to woo him to stay? Don't bet on it, partner. Don't bet on it. Don't bet. But hey, you have a right to have a comment, and you can put your comment below in the section. I'd like to thank y'all for listening to TSC Rapid Fire. Also, let me tell guys that as we're about to leave and depart, here are some other free agent signings and trades that we missed between now and the last show for your viewing pleasure. And as always, thank you for listening to TSC Rapid Fire. www.patreon.com/the PRO Media Network. Make a donation. Keep sharing, liking, subscribing. From Big Q in the TSC camp, peace. What up, sports world? It's Big Q from the Sports Coma, representing the PRO Media Network, letting you know that the PRO Media Network is in a push now on a mission to gain 10,000 subs. That's right, 10K on the subs. And to help promote to get 10,000, the PRO Media Network is not only going to be doing the shows that you love so much about the Saints, Pelicans, or LSU, but also it'll expand out the biggest stories about the NFL, the NBA, and even include new content dealing with anime, gaming, and even movie reviews in an attempt to expand out its platform. So if you're a fan of the PRO Media Network, the Sports Coma, or the Pelican Post-Game Report, and other podcasts made by the PRO Media Network, please join us in our efforts in our mission to get 10,000 subs. Share us with fans, share us with friends, share us with family members, and help the PRO Media Network gain 10,000 subs. Peace.